Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is your
how's it
man
going?
Chris, aka the Superhero, back with another video. That felt like the most cheesy, like YouTube intro on the planet. I really try not to do that, but it's gonna happen, I feel like. But what's going on, everybody? Again, this is your man Chris, aka the Superhero, back with another episode of Shoepertalk Live. The show where I say every Sunday, but I really mean every Sunday, and then I take like a month break, and then I come back and I do every Sunday for like another month or two, and then I might take another break or two. But that's besides the point, because I'm back today, and this is a very, very special episode. With this show, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the experience here, what I do is I talk with anybody in the sneaker community, from a business owner, a customizer, a collector, reseller, or just your regular or average sneakerhead. Today I have a very good friend of mine that I met through the sneaker community. I want to say it was through some Facebook group, whether it was MSX or St. Louis Sneaker Society. I'm pretty sure it was St. Louis Sneaker Society. I know I've had you on a battle before. I've seen you in the comments. I've seen you make posts. I follow you on Instagram now. So I feel like we're low-key family, but at the end of the day, when it comes to sneakers, I feel like that's one of the benefits to it, that mutual respect and understanding of loving sneakers and the art of sneakers that brings us together. So that's why I'm very, very excited to introduce my brother from another mother and side of the earth, Alex Santos Rios. Did I say it correctly?
Yep, that was perfect.
Yes. Alex Santos Rios, what is going on, my man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Just relaxing on this beautiful Sunday. How's everything with you?
It's a beautiful Sunday, man. I got a Sprite in this cup, I got water in this cup, and I got another drink right here next to me just in case things get crazy. So I'm very excited. Like I said before, man, as far as this show goes, I started it last year during quarantine just to kind of get myself through sneaker-wise. I started to talk to a lot more people, get a lot more people interested in the content. But today is, like I said, just a real cool, chill, laid-back episode. I'm usually a little bit nervous to kind of talk to my guests. I'm kind of fumbling over my words, making sure I got my questions and stuff right. But today is more of a free-flowing episode. I've got a few questions I will ask you, but for the most part, we just going to be talking some shit, showing off some sneakers. And I got a few topics specifically I want to talk to you about, so we're going to get into those. So how does that sound for you?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Perfect. So I know usually I end the show with showing off sneakers, but today I feel like I want to kind of sprinkle it in through kind of Salt-based style, sprinkle it in through the episode. So I figure we'll start off with showing off some kicks, maybe like a halfway point we'll show off some stuff, and we'll finish off with some stuff. That sound good to you?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, so I know I usually have my guests start off with some stuff, but I think I'm going to start off with some stuff today. I got a few new pickups. I've actually been going a little crazy with shoes lately. So this is something I'm pretty sure a lot of people have gotten, but I don't ever win raffles. So I was lucky to be able to look up on this pair.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those are nice.
I'm a threes guy myself, so I'm very happy to get any color in Jordan 3s. Right now, I'm looking for the, I guess it's like the United, like the red cement or the Jordan Unites.
Yeah, so the ones that dropped last year, right, during AllStar?
I'm looking for those in a size 12. So if anybody's able to help me out, I would appreciate that. So let's see what else we got. I actually got a couple pair of Air Maxes. Air Max Day was recently, so I don't know about anybody else, but Air Maxes aren't the most comfortable all-day shoe for me personally. But I got these joints. The what are these? They like the recycled canvas joints. So I love these. These is like if I want to wear Air Max and I really kind of might get it dirty, I'll kind of wear these. I can scrub these off pretty good. It's not too bad. So I saw you reaching. You got anything over there you trying to pull out?
I was just gonna show you these real quick.
That's what I'm looking for. Just so happen. Yeah, that's exactly what I need, bro.
Chicago on the back.
I low key was like, I just want the regular ones, but I definitely want the Chicago ones if I can get them for sure. So
Yeah, I was pretty lucky last year. I was in Chicago when they dropped, and somebody threw me a retail oop, so
Oh,
wasn't too bad on the pockets.
people don't understand how good it is to even just get stuff at retail nowadays.
Right.
Like nine
It's
times out of
hard.
10, you gonna have to pay resale. So
For sure.
I know I was lucky enough to get these for retail.
Okay.
So I actually got these below retail. I got these off of Facebook.
Okay.
So the light's kind of blowing them out. But for anybody that hasn't seen these before, this is the Jason Tatum Air Max 97. This is very special in several ways to me. One, because this is his one and only Nike shoe. Every other shoe that he's had after this has been a Jordan one because he signed a Jordan. So that's just one thing for me. This is, I think, my first Air Max 97 that I ever had. And then, of course, it's like I said, it's kind of blown out, but you can see it's got all the different details with St. Louis and stuff in the shoe. So
for sure.
you can kind of look and see it's got an arch, it's got a basketball, it's got a dog in there. This toe right here says Tatum, but this other one, actually, I've worn the shoe so much that it's worn off, but it said Deuce, who's his son.
Right.
So yeah, I know now I have a daughter named Talia who I know is either watching right now or she's listening to me upstairs. So hi Talia. I know you love your shout out. So but she is my 5-year-old daughter who, if I was to make a shoe, I would definitely incorporate her into the shoe somehow. So
right.
Taking a quick minute to kind of check into the comics. Shout out to my girl Kicks with Fresh popping in. Definitely make sure y'all hit that like button if you're watching on YouTube. I've already seen a lot of people hitting a like and a thumbs up, so that's what's up. So you got anything else over there you want to show? I'm sure they'll like more if they see some more shoes. So
let's see. These I picked these up recently. Well, recently as in this year, but since you pulled like a crazy detailed shoe, let me get something out too. I saw these and I saw them when they first came out, and I was like, I definitely need those. I'm not really like a low guy for the ones, but I love like all the detail that's incorporated in these. It's just like there's like little bowls in them and roses and stuff throughout, and it's a very unique shoe. And I like too that they were more of like a limited stuff because they were more numbered. But it's just, I can't wait to wear these.
So those are Chinese New Year ones, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you got the bull, you got other stuff on the background with the red. Oh, what material is that?
It's like it's kind of like a silk material. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how they crease, but it's definitely like a very detailed, like head turning shoe.
And that's one thing that I love about sneakers. For those people who don't know, this is going to be a very personal, touching episode. So if you're not into it, then get out of here. But as far as sneakers in general is concerned, like this is a Jordan 1. This is like a classic. You see it's got the leather, just basic kind of black and gray. So this is probably one of the most basic ones you can get. But even talking about the one that you have, for anybody, again, who isn't really into sneakers, you don't really know kind of what makes them special. These are the things that make them special. The themes that they put on the shoes to separate them from the other shoes. And of course, it's to really make money for the business. That's one thing. But to people who are from China or who celebrate Chinese New Year, and let's say just for numbers' sake, of course, there's at least somebody who celebrates Chinese New Year that loves Jordan 1s. So to that person, this shoe is going to be a grail to them. So like, it's just super dope that they think about that type of stuff and they make it available for us. Like I said, sneakers to me is art. So when I see stuff like that, it's like, as much as I would want to wear it and rock it, it's like, I just kind of want to keep it pretty.
Right.
So
right. Absolutely.
What else you got over there, my dude?
Let's see. These had a lot of people mad a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So
had people in their feelings.
Man. So what are some of the reasons that you, for people who don't know, what are some reasons that you have heard or seen that people were in their feelings about those in that release in particular?
Well, first and foremost, let's just get to the apps being completely trash for your reservations when it came to champs. Foot Locker, Finish Line, all that. It was terrible. The whole drop thing when they were like, yeah, log into the app, see if you got it, and then you're just loading, buffering, and then it's like error, 505 error, 505 error, over and over. I literally just wanted to throw my phone, and actually got really lucky because I ended up getting my pair for retail, and then I got a 7Y for retail too on 2 brand new accounts. So
Nice.
I ended up flipping the 7Y for something I wanted. So I was thankfully I got really lucky getting both of those for retail.
That's nice. It's funny that you say a 7U because we're going to talk about something a little bit later on, and that literally was like one of my cutoff sizes, and we'll talk about it later on. So if you want to hear what that story is going to be and what that conversation is going to be, definitely make sure you stick around. But getting into like detail shoes, I'm very much into detail myself. So if I can find a shoe or a design or a concept that touches a little bit of every part of the shoe or silhouette, I'm all in. So this is definitely a collab that I love. This is the Nike Stranger Things. I forget which camera I'm using. The Nike Stranger Things collab. So this is the blazer. So for anyone who doesn't know, Nike and Stranger Things. I told you was gonna pop in here. Come on, because I know you're gonna want to pop onto the camera. So you don't want to come over here now? You gonna wait?
So
okay.
Acting all shy.
I mean, she be so excited. Did you hear me say your name?
Yeah.
Oh no, she didn't hear. Okay. But anyway, again, popping in the comments real quick. Shout out to James, my boy, popping in here watching. Love you, bro. And then Kicks with Fresh. I think she's saying she got the Stranger Things joints. Is that what you're saying? So anyway, getting into these. So Stranger Things blazers. Look at her. Look at it. You lucky you look like me, or sorry. Ooh. So getting into this Stranger Things box. Bam. Black and red. It's got blazers. It's got Stranger Things right there on it as well. The year. And opening the box real quick. For anybody who hasn't already seen, like I haven't shown these 1,000 times anyway. Stranger Things underneath with the red bottom. Under bottom? That's not a word. And then the paper. The paper is a blueprint of the Starcourt Mall from the show. Have you ever seen this before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time seeing them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen Stranger Things before?
I've seen a couple episodes.
I'm really big into it. I'm like
Okay.
I'm fan boy out about it. So This is a map of a mall that was actually in the movie, and it's also a real mall in Atlanta. So Stranger Things was shot in Atlanta. So this is actually a real mall in Atlanta that they like dressed up to be Starcourt Mall. You can go there right now, and the mall like looks trash, but it's actually a real thing. So that was super dope. And then you actually get to the shoe itself. So
those are sweet.
The shoes look different.
Yeah.
Because actually, the thing I also love when Nike makes function and fashion. So the shoes, of course, look great. This is what they originally looked like. You see, it's just kind of the plain silhouette. Yeah. It's got the white laces, white bottom, right? Nike on the back. But one part of the show is what is called the upside down, where the specific like Demogorgon monster of the show lives. And this underneath is the representation of the upside down. So the whole underneath shoe looks like that. It's denim. They gave you an extra pair of black laces, and then the back can be taken off as well. So the back on the other shoe looks like that too. So if you can customize this however you want to. People have been going crazy with these. They made the blazer version. They made Cortez, I want to say.
Yeah, they had a Cortez,
a Tailwind.
Tailwind, yep. Cortez and a Tailwind.
So, funny story. I was in IKEA one day, and I saw a guy with the Tailwind version, the upside down one. And I, like, freaked out. Like, I was like, oh, there they are. They're right there. Like, I almost went over and touched them, but I was like, calm down. Calm down. You can't just go touching people's feet. That's really weird. But it was like another sneakerhead moment. Like I just like, hey bro, I see you like with the Stranger Things shoes. He was like, yeah, appreciate it. Like I feel like it made his day. Like for somebody to like notice that he had them on. So I was like, yeah, that's what's up to be able to.
That's definitely one of the best feelings because I've had that happen before. I went to the Verizon store and I had the red Kendrick Lamar Cortezes on. And it's like, oh man, you got the Kung Fu Kenny's on. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, they're really comfortable. He runs to the back, gets one of his like coworkers. He's like, no, this is got some like Kendrick Cortezes, and I go check them out. And I'm over there just geeked, like, oh my god, you guys notice my shoes? This is so cool.
And it's crazy because people will sit there and make fun of you for picking out shoes and why you take so long, why you get so many shoes. Like, it's not only for that, but I know the feeling of being on the other side. So I know what it's like to see a shoe that you love, be like, oh, that's tight. And like, it makes your day. So you go like try to find the shoe. Like you go like trying to see if you can find your size. You go, like you start doing more research on the shoe, like all that type of stuff. People start asking you questions and then you start kind of spitting the knowledge to them. So another little small touch moment. One thing that I've tried to kind of get out of life of me growing up and getting older is that I want to pass on as much knowledge and information as I can. So if one thing that I know about is sneakers and, you know, how to get them easier, where to get them from, and help people get the knowledge of what they need to do to actually enjoy sneakers. At this point, I feel like so many people love sneakers and they try to get shoes and they can't get them from the Nike app or they can't get them from a specific store that it turns them off to it. And they're like, man, fuck these shoes, fuck Michael Jordan. Like, I hate this. And it's like, calm down. Like we do this stuff all the time. We know that you take a lot more L's than you take W's for the most part. So it's like if you go to a store and you can't get a shoe and you didn't do no footwork, you haven't made no reservations, you saw that the store had posted an Instagram post 10 minutes ago, and then you want to try to pull up to the store and you just gonna walk in and get your size. Like, no, it's not gonna work like that. So I try to spit as much knowledge and spread the good sneaker word as much as I can, so people can kind of understand that you're going to go through a lot of losses. You're going to feel bad a lot of times, but the one time where you pull up somewhere and they have your shoe in your size,
that's the best feeling in the world.
Oh my gosh. When you say, hey, you walk in the store and you see something, you like, oh, I didn't think they would have that. Then you grab it, you look at it, and you like, hey, y'all got these in a 10, and they don't automatically be like, no. They like, let me go check. It's like, ooh,
like a little inside party dance inside your body. You're like, oh yeah,
ooh, that next level of happiness.
Right.
And then if they come with a box in their hand, it's like, ooh, you got a box. Is it my size? And the only reason you don't call it a win at that point is because, like, if I ask for a 12, he can come out and be like, I got 11 and a half. And it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it on now.
Right.
But if he come out, it's like, I got that 12 you wanted. It's just like, oh, yes, like you need to try it on. No, bro, don't even need to try it on. Let's check out right now. My card already up front. So, what's the last shoe that you had to where you kind of walked in a store maybe unexpectedly, or even maybe logged onto a website and unexpectedly saw it and was actually able to cop it?
I would have to take it all the way back to last year, like when the Black Cat 4s dropped right before quarantine. Ooh. I was kind of on the fence on them, and I called up my my mall because I work right in front of them. Like, hey, you guys still got Black Cat 4s? And they're like, yeah, we got a couple sizes left. So I went over there, took my break, and then actually they had 3 of my size, so I was actually able to pick out the 2 best, like the best left and the best right. So nice. That made it even better. So yeah, that was probably like the last shoe that I was surprised that was actually kind of sin. And then out of nowhere, they I almost took them back because I was like, I don't know if I'll actually wear these. And then out of nowhere, they ended up jumping up to like $400 or $500 after the Last Dance documentary. So it's kind of crazy.
Man, it's crazy how culture can push the narrative of a shoe and how it sells. Like, even like if Michael Jordan wears a certain shoe, if Kanye West wears a certain shoe, if somebody play, Travis Scott. I made a joke earlier today. If Travis Scott made a brand of toothpicks, the toothpicks would sell out instantly.
Oh, for sure.
Like, just because it's Travis Scott. Like, at this point, people ask me why, and I'd be like, I don't know. Like, it's hype at this point. It's the culture hype.
Have you seen with like his seltzer is like top 5 in seltzer sales, and he's only been out like a whole 2 weeks.
Like, why? Like, does it really taste that good? Like, people are getting it, doing reviews. The fact that people buy it to do reviews on it, not even knowing how it's gonna taste. Like they'll buy 2 or 3 cases and like drink one and be like, it's okay. Like you're not gonna drink the rest of that, but it's like you just paid that man for nothing. Like, what are you gonna do with it? You probably gonna give it away or try to resell it for double, triple the price just because it's Travis Scott. Like, in your opinion, what do you think is the big hype behind just Travis Scott and his brand and why anything he touches turns to platinum?
I just think it's like going back to like his earlier concerts and stuff, like when he did like Birds in the Trap and then Nights Before Rodeo. Literally like every single one was like a rager. And I think like a lot of these kids like love that whole like just rage mentality and how he's just like really into his music and everything he does. And I think what really helped him out was that Netflix documentary they did on him, right? Like before quarantine started too. And I think that just like shot it up to another level where now everything he's touching is literally gold because it just doesn't sit.
Man. And then even like something as little, not even as little, as unique as like the Fortnite concert series that he did.
Yeah,
like,
that was big.
Did you see that at all?
Yeah. I play Fortnite, so I thought that was like really cool because I really like his music and obviously his shoes. So I was like, oh, cool. This is like another thing that he's kind of tying into. That's one of my hobbies as well. So it was pretty sweet for like a little video game concert.
Okay, I didn't want to say that I played Fortnite because I feel like I've been getting judged lately for playing it. That's my thing. I don't go out. I don't really drink like that for real. So like my one thing that I do is like after a long day, long week, I just come home, kick off my shoes, throw on my Crocs, and play on Fortnite, man. Like
Same.
I be getting the skins and stuff, man. Like I got a stepson that be coming and playing the game. Like he turns on my Fortnite and be like, "Oh, you got the." I be like, "Yep, I sure do." His friends be seeing me and stuff. Like he be getting on my thing, playing with his friends. They be like, "Oh, you got this, you got this." Like, how did you get this? I'm like, I got a fucking job. That's how I got it. Little bastard, come on here talking stuff, beating me. Like that's why I got all the skins and you don't. Stupid.
All the generic skins and whatnot.
Man, generic
the
skins. You don't got no emotes. But I can't build. I can't do nothing.
No, I'm terrible too. I do it kind of just for like a fun little distressor at the end of the day because I'll just work, go to the gym, come home, play some Madden or some Fortnite, and that's it. That's all I do, and then go to bed.
But then even getting back to Travis, man, that Travis thing, I know even with Fortnite in particular, they had the Marshmello concert. Marshmello's the DJ. So, you know, they just kind of, for those who haven't seen it or don't know, Fortnite is a game where you kind of go on, it's 100 people that fall onto this map. It's more of an animated style elimination game. So you basically get these different types of guns. There's different themes and stuff like that. You eliminate the players. And they have these special events. So basically imagine being in the middle of a game, getting ready to shoot somebody, and then Marshmello pops up and is doing a concert with his real music in a video game. So it's like you still have control over your character. You can still jump and move and stuff like that. To an extent, they might control you somehow. But at the end of the day, it's just a cool experience to be kind of interactive and see that. So they had the Marshmello one. And then they had the Travis Scott one. So what were your thoughts on the Travis Scott Fortnite event?
I think it was just like it did numbers because he dropped his merch. There was like the hype up to it. And then he released that new song at the time with Kid Cudi. So that was like big because he hadn't had any like really new music up until he did that. And everybody was just so hyped about it. And I know for like a lot of sneakerheads, it was cool because he was wearing like the Travis Scott skin has the Travis 6s. And then the Travis one. So it was like, oh my God, like I have those shoes. They're in the video game. It's crazy.
Another hype thing. People see Travis Scott wearing the shoes in the video game, and like now those two Travis Scott specifically jump up because like now they're in the Fortnite video. They're in there now, so you can go into Fortnite right now, play Travis Scott in that game, and you'll play with the shoes. So it's super dope how they kind of mixed both of them and kind of gave them that shine. So I know I went there, I watched it. I think I was there for like 2 to 3. It was like 3 times they showed it. I was there for 2 of them. And it was just dope how they had him actually like interacting with the map. He was just this big figure walking around. Like he's walking like right next to where you're stepping. Like you said, you see him with the shoes. He's got the outfit. He's got the 2 versions of the skin. One where he's like half robot on fire. And then he actually released a song. Like the last song that they played, I think wasn't that the premiere of the song?
Yep, that was the first time anybody heard it, and then it was cool because you're just like gliding through space because that's like his thing, like the whole Afterworld, and then the visuals for that was crazy for like a kids video game. That was just like a crazy event.
It was like an interactive movie, and I think that's something that a lot of people always want to do. They see the movies and they want to be in them. You know, they see the games and they want to be in them. So that's definitely dope that they kind of still had the aspect where they're showing you something, they're controlling it, but you're still in there being able to watch it, that live concert, moving around, seeing where Travis is doing all that stuff. So that was super, super dope how they kind of pushed the narrative and kind of did all of that with Travis. So I actually got two more shoes I want to show right now just because we're getting ready to move into another topic.
All right.
So these are actually some beaters necessarily. Well, not necessarily beaters to me, but I just kind of wore them out. I had an interview with Shane the Dribbling Machine before, and he was talking about these in particular. And if you can see, pretty muddy, pretty dirty, easy clean for anybody that like, you know, has Crep Protect or anything like that. But yeah, I'm definitely not trying to rock these out nowhere fresh right now. But I love these. Actually, these are Jordan 11 IE lows. And they're in the Jordan Cement 3 colorway. Am I saying all this stuff correctly?
Yep.
Okay, I feel like these drinks are starting to kick in.
Everything's right. Everything's right.
All right, so, but that's actually one of my favorite shoes, to be honest with you. It's comfortable. The black and gray colorway kind of matches with a lot of stuff. So it's real easy to kind of throw those on with some sweatpants or something and go to the store and kind of be the cool dad when you're walking in Walmart with your kids. So,
right.
You got anything else around you can pull up real quick, show the people?
Yeah, for sure. Since we were talking about detailed shoes earlier, I got these, the Street Hawkers.
I was so mad. You know what's crazy? The morning those came out, I got a shoe for somebody else that morning, and like I knew those came out, and I was like, let me try them. And I went and tried to get my size, and they didn't have them. They had an 11, but they didn't have any 12s or 13. So I was like, damn, I should have just got those first and then tried to get the other shoes later.
Yeah. But those are crazy in detail. Like from the wrapping paper is like all like the foods that the like shoe is based on. It's like an ordering menu. And then it came with like the SB rainbow box. So it's a very detailed shoe. I'm excited to wear those. It's waiting for the nicer weather.
So what's the story behind those? Because I've seen them and I've kind of heard like the name and stuff, but what's the full story?
So they did it after like the ramen that they eat in like China and Japan and stuff. They just got kind of like different ingredients, different colors, and then they kind of just did just blended it all together in the shoe and stuff. So that's kind of around like the same year, like same time that all the Chinese New Year stuff was dropping too. So it's kind of a little bit of tie-in with that.
They have a huge tie-in with China.
That's crazy. For sure.
Those over there. Shout out to my boy All Lamar in the comments, popping in, saying what's up. I forgot that I can do that. So yeah, my boy All Lamar popping in. So talked about my boy James. He was in here a little bit earlier. And then Kicks for Fresh. Again, tell y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. So I definitely appreciate people for popping in and even just kind of watching it, whether you're here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the whole show. Definitely appreciate it. So one more shoe I kind of wanted to touch on. I'm now a Lakers fan with LeBron being a Laker. I'm not shy to say that. I'm a LeBron fan. I will follow him wherever he goes. If he decides to play for the Monstars, I'm a Monstars fan. All right. So this is actually, a lot of people don't know, a Lakers PE from Gary Payton. So Air Jordan 12, the black and yellow colorway. So originally that's where I saw him, was Gary Payton PE when he played for the Lakers. Again, you can see lots of dirt and mud. I think I had just got my new car, and I was just washing my car like crazy. So one day I had these on, and it was just like, let me go ahead and wash my car. And afterwards I dealt with the repercussions. So, but yeah, that was dope, that Gary Payton PE. A lot of kind of little PEs like that I really wish I had. but again, can't do it price wise. So let's pull out one more from you before we go ahead and move on to the next topic. I see you got a lot back there.
Yeah, let's grab these. Since we're talking about the Lakers.
Ooh.
I picked these up. Kobe's the GOAT in my eyes, no matter what anybody says. The Galaxies.
Crazy.
I love these. Like, it's super hard to find them super clean, and I found them in a group on Facebook. The glows on these are amazing still for being how old they are. So I got them for a good price too, and I love the sock liner just being so detailed with all the different colors. It's definitely a head turner, and it's a really comfortable shoe too.
It's crazy to have a shoe like that when it's comfortable and it's like some heat like that.
Right.
Because from my understanding, those came out during AllStar Weekend one year, right?
Yep. With the Big Bang LeBrons and the KD4s.
KD4s, and then wasn't the Galaxy Foam that came out then too? Or was that a different year?
I think so. Could be wrong, but I think it is.
I think I could be wrong as well, but just thinking of the theme and having all of those shoes drop like the same year, like that's like the year like LeBron and who came in? LeBron, Melo, and Dwayne Wade all came in like to get drafted. That's just like, geez, there's so many people all coming in at the same time. Like, golly. But yeah, if you had to choose even from those, what was it? The Galaxy KDs, you had the Big Bang LeBrons, and then you got, let's say, the Kobe's. You got to buy one, sell one. You got to rock one, stock one, sell one. With those three, what you doing?
I'd probably rock the Kobe's, stock the KD4s, and then sell the LeBrons.
Whoa!
I'm not a big LeBron 9 fan.
So I feel like at this point I would rock the LeBrons, stock the Kobe's, and sell the KDs.
Okay.
Kind of for the same reason, possibly because LeBron is my guy.
Right.
I feel like Kobe is just a GOAT and a legend in his own right. So I want to rock those and save those. But the KDs were fire too. I could keep the KDs, but I feel like the selling price on those will be real good. So I'll make a pretty good profit off of those too.
For sure.
So and you could literally switch either one of them, and it could all be the same thing. It just really depends on who you rock with as far as a player. So
for sure.
Now talking about players in the NBA, LeBron specifically, Space Jam Legacy. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely a little bit different than the original Space Jam, which I think is good. Because it's kind of a new fresh take on it. So I'm excited to see it when it comes out.
So I actually have it pulled up on my screen share. So I wanted to try to watch it real quick, see if that will work. So, all right, here we go. I want to try to watch it real quick. We can kind of look at it for anyone who hasn't seen it, and then kind of break it down to see some specific points in it. I've done some geek research on it, so let's pull it up, watch it, see what we got. All right. So, Space Jam. Could you hear it?
No, I didn't get any sound.
You didn't get any sound, so it was all through
Uh,
my headphones, probably. Okay. So first of all, I won't get flagged, so that's good. But man, that trailer was crazy. But you said you've seen it before, right?
yeah, I've seen it before.
So you've heard and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what was your initial reaction when you first saw the trailer?
So it's definitely like a lot different than the first Space Jam, with just kind of how like how the whole story is going to develop. But it kind of reminds me a little bit more of like Wreck-It Ralph, with like all the different
Yeah.
worlds and stuff coming together, because they had
Uh-huh.
like the Flintstones, Iron Giant, and all that stuff. So like I get kind of more Wreck-It Ralph vibes from like that aspect. But I feel like this storyline is going to be a lot better and kind of more in detail.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've been looking up a lot of different stuff from when I originally heard rumors of LeBron James even being in another Space Jam, and I was kind of on the fence about it. But the more stuff I've seen, the more excited I've gotten. And then after this last trailer and seeing how, they're incorporating, because they always say it's not a Space Jam 2. It's a whole kind of new movie based on the Space Jam concept. And now I see how they're doing it. It's not him getting sucked back into a hole and they're like, oh, we needed somebody else to come back and do it. I don't know if they're going to tie the old one into it or not, but it was dope just kind of seeing the new way of him going in there from the technology aspect of it. Them having the new jerseys, the way the game is set up, having everything just kind of around them. Like you said, the Iron Giant, the Flintstones were in there. They had King Kong in there. When they were going through the planets, I was looking through all the planets. They had like a Matrix planet. They had
there's a Harry Potter one too.
There was a Harry Potter one. There was a Batman and Superman one where basically like Metropolis was on one side and Gotham was on the other side.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's gonna be crazy how they bring all that stuff in. So real quick, popping in the comments again. Shout out my boy Nate, popping in, saying what's up, checking in. And again, just for anybody who didn't know, shout out Kicks with Fresh, telling everybody to hit the like button. If you're enjoying the content, if you're having a good time with us, make sure y'all hit that like button. I feel like one day I'm gonna get on like late and just do like shots. So every like time I stop and say hit a like, I'm gonna like, you gotta take a shot too. So not tonight, but one of them days we're gonna be able to do that. So is there anything that you're excited about the movie, whether it's a character, a storyline, maybe even merch or anything like that?
Well, the shoes that come out with the movie, I think I'll be interested in those. And then I kind of just want to see like LeBron's acting, because I mean he's gonna be in there with like Don Cheadle and everybody else. So I want to see how his like full acting skills are gonna be.
And he's not like a supporting actor. Like we're gonna have to watch it for the whole thing. So I feel like he's got enough people in his corner to let him know, like, hey, bro, if he was trash, they'd be like, don't do that. Like, I feel like he's got enough time and energy especially when doing that, to where he would like find somebody to help him, figure out how to do certain roles and scenes, how to kind of play it as normal as possible. So I feel like he did a good job with it. One thing I actually thought was a good idea, I saw a lot of people talking about, well, why didn't you just use your son? Like, that's a lot, like to try to have your real son in there. And, putting pressure on him to like be an actor just so you can kind of be in the LeBron James movie. Like, do you think it would have been better to have his son in there, or you think it was good how they had it?
So I was thinking about that earlier, and then I don't know if you know who Destroying is, the kicker who has his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I do.
So I was thinking, because if LeBron's son ends up going to college, they might flag him like they did Destroying for his YouTube video, because he was making money. So that's where I was thinking about that, because you know how the NCAA doesn't like players making money or anything like that. So I was thinking that was maybe smart on Bron's part, from keeping him from making any profit off of that.
And I'm pretty sure they had people in their corner thinking about that too. So like you said, it was definitely good that he didn't do it. You don't want your son getting in any trouble before he even gets into college. We don't need a whole nother Melo situation. So, but yeah, that's definitely dope. I'm excited about the shoes too. I'm a nerd. Like, pop culture nerd like that myself. So like even right here, I got like Sean Kemp Funko Pop. I got a Magic Johnson one, literally just sitting here because they're everywhere in my house.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely excited about the Funko Pops that are gonna come out. I definitely want some of the new jerseys. I'm hoping he comes out with a new shoe for it too. So it'll be dope to get a new Space Jam Legacy shoe from LeBron too. So
for sure.
All right. So the next thing that Ashley wanted to talk about, I know earlier you said that you got a pair of size 7 shoes and you flipped them for something you wanted. Reselling specifically in St. Louis Sneaker Society or anywhere really. I don't want to specifically target that because people are going to think that I'm talking about them, which I kind of am. But at the end of the day, I just want to get it out there. So first of all, reselling. How do you feel about it? What are your personal opinions on the resale game?
I think, see, I've been doing this since like I was a freshman in high school. So I've been doing it for a little bit of time now. But I think with all the resellers and just all the apps in general, it's kind of killed the game. Because for me, like I remember being like a senior in high school and having to go to like either shows or knowing somebody that knew somebody that could get me a shoe. And it was, to me, the whole shoe game was kind of more about the story or the whole path it took to get to the shoe. Now I can just literally like hit up any reseller or like go on the app and just be like, hey, you know, I need this in the size, how much? And as long as you got the money for it, it's like, all right, cool. And that's why I think like a lot of the time I don't wear a lot of the stuff I have because there isn't really any meaning. It's more of like, yeah, I just had extra money, so I just went ahead and bought them.
And then it's like you personally have the story and the love for it. So like yourself, you can look at any shoe and have a story of why you got it, how you got it, whatever. But if you was to wear it out somewhere else, unless it's a whole nother sneakerhead that knows about it too, nobody's really gonna know.
Exactly.
So what was the last pickup that you actually got? Hello? Did you freeze? Excuse me.
There we go. Good?
All right, we good.
All right, cool. All right. My last pickups actually aren't here yet. I just got the Clot Air Max 1, and then I hit the restock on those Carmine 6s. So I'm waiting for Nike to ship them in.
Nice. So you got a restock and something else. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to ask another question, and it completely slipped my mind. And I hate when I do that because it makes me it reminds me that I'm old, and that I'm getting old, and I fucking hate it. I hope my daughter doesn't see this. All right. Anyway, let's get into showing some more shoes.
All right.
So, I got a few more. I got one that I really want to get to at the bottom, and I suck because it's the bottom of the pile. But getting onto Air Maxes, and this is literally just because this is how I stacked them. I had to bring all these shoes from upstairs, so this is just how I stacked them, no particular order. But these are the Air Max 95 Greedies.
Okay.
So a lot of people will see these and be like, why you got on 2 different shoes? They're not 2 different shoes. They're different colors and stuff, but this is the same shoe. Right. The point is there's a little bit of every famous really Air Max 95 that has been made. So if you know, really, I'm not going to go through every single panel and show it, but this is definitely one of those shoes where it's like, I don't get a lot of Air Max 95s. So, being able to have these literally just for this side in particular,
the neons,
I'm cool with that. So this side is cool too. It's funny. I was working in a sneaker store for a little bit, and the guy got the shoe and saw this on the wall. So he got this, tried it on, and it was like, yeah, it's cool. Put it in the box, got home, came back like 30 minutes later. It was like, hey, man, y'all gave me 2 different shoes. I was like, no, sir, that's how the shoes are. And he almost wanted to return them, and I told him I would, but He was like, no, man. I mean, I guess if that's how y'all wearing them, I'll go ahead and wear them like this. I was like, you ain't never gonna wear them shoes again.
Right. He just gave you guys money to sit in his closet.
He just didn't want to do it right then and there because he thought that he had the wrong shoes.
Right.
What else you got out there? I saw you pull something from behind you.
So these, since we're going back to the whole story, these like are probably my like ultimate grail. I was at a sneaker con in Cleveland a couple years ago, and I had a bunch of off-whites right when they first came out, and I was gonna trade them for a pair of Tokyos, and I was like, you know what, like I don't want to let go of 3 pairs of shoes, like I'm fine, I'm good. So I ended up going to another sneaker con in Chicago, and I traded my 3 pairs for a pair of dead stock Yeezy 1s. And then a couple months went by, and I was like still thinking about these because I'm a big 5 collector, and I love this. I love the bright color of this, just the meaning and everything. And I went to LA for vacation, and it just happened to be that there was a sneaker con there. So I was like, cool. Like I'll go end of vacation, I'll go check it out, and then I'll hop on the plane and go. And I'm about to leave the event, and I'm about to trade the Yeezys for something, and then I look over and I see like the heel tab. I see this, and I'm like, oh, those are Tokyos. Like I should go see what they are. So I go over there and I ask the dude, I'm like, hey, what size are those? He goes 9.5. And I go, I was like, can I see the other one really quick? So he pulls it out, and then my buddy from Florida, David Torres, turns around. He goes, dude, he's like, I didn't know you'd be here. And I'm like, neither did I. So we ended up just talking it up, and then it was actually his friend who had the Tokyo 5. So I ended up trading the dead stock Yeezy 110s for these. I didn't even think about it twice. I was like, let's go. This is the grail. So yeah, grail shoe right here.
Those are classic. Those are beautiful. You say you were 9.5?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's not too bad for you to be able to find those in that size. Yeah, I had to
for sure. So I thought it was cool too how they took like this upper and they did for the what the 5.
Yep. And a lot of people, that's their favorite part of that shoe.
The yellow,
it's just that little Tokyo part of the yellow. So that's what's up. So I actually remember what we were talking about before. We were talking about the resale market.
Yep.
And how it was trash, in my opinion, personally, just because it just messes it up for people who really want the shoes. But now it's even getting to the point to where people are reselling grade school sizes. Grade school sizes, kids, little girl sizes. So I know the resale game is one thing when it comes to adults. We know the adults are going to buy what they want to buy, whatever the case may be. But kids, they're not buying the shoes. The adults are buying this for the kids. So if a kid sees a shoe and they're like, oh, I want that. And, you know, their parent goes to the store and can't even buy in the store because resellers are getting it. And like I said, in my personal opinion, that's just a whole nother level of like trash when it comes to reselling. So what are your opinions? I don't know if you have kids or if you have anybody younger than you that you get shoes for. So kind of what are your thoughts on reselling kids' shoes?
I think it kind of really depends because if you look at like the bigger sizes, like the 7Y, 6Ys, you know, there are some grown men with small feet like that.
So though, that's what I'm saying. That's my cutoff. 7Y is my
anything
cutoff.
Under 6 is like I don't know. That's on the fence.
Man,
6,
like,
7 is okay.
6 is like if you very very small amount of men are wearing the 6. Women a lot of times possibly can get in the 6 and the 6.5. I can understand that. But yeah, like you said, anything below that is like
it's questionable. It's teetering.
There shouldn't be people reselling 5s and 5.5s for like $200, $220.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like that's ridiculous. Even Air Force Ones, like people are reselling Air Force Ones.
There was a drought last summer. There was a drought last summer.
It's low key a drought now. Still, a lot more people are getting some. So, it's crazy that like that's where we've come to. Like even resell. Like you go into a store, you can't get a men's size. You like, well, you got a kid size. Let me get a 4. Let me get a 5. And they come in the secret group trying to sell it for $200 or $300. Like I can't.
I can see where they're coming from. I don't support it, but if that's the only size you're going to be able to get and you're going to have to resell that pair to buy your pair, I can see it, but it's totally a complete vicious cycle. Like it's the whole reselling community has just killed all of that.
And that's why I just can't. A lot of times, as upset as I can get, especially when it comes to a shoe that I want in my size, and it's like at this point with me, I'm not even getting to the point to where like I want to buy stuff at retail. Like I hardly buy stuff at retail. I'm usually trying to get stuff for below retail. But if I do find something for retail and it's like I gotta pull the trigger, then I gotta pull the trigger.
Right.
And that's 9 times out of 10 because I know that it's just not gonna be there later. So it's like I have to get it right then. And then it's like if I feel like for whatever reason I can't wear it or I'm not gonna wear it, I don't even think about returning it to the store. I instantly go to like Facebook. Like I know I can resell it, even if it's for extra like 20 or 30 bucks. Like, you know, it'll be worth it. And I know that it's easy to do that. So have you ever had a shoe where you did that? You bought it just kind of on the whim, and then it was just like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to just resell this.
It's the Carmine 6s I kind of just put in just to see if I could hit. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's a shoe that I didn't even want. So of course I got it on sneakers and I'm like, damn it, I'm just have to sit on this and like hope it goes up or just end up flipping it for something else. So yeah, I definitely know where you're coming from.
And that's another crazy thing, even about the sneakers app. It's like for people that don't know, the sneakers app is an app that Nike made to where it's supposed to make it easier. I don't know if they even think to make it easier for people to get shoes or not, but it's not at all. Like people, I think it's more of a look at the hat, make sneakers great again. And that's how you spell the sneakers. It's not actually SNEAKER, it's SNKS. Is that right? SNKRS?
KRS, yeah.
SNKRS. So basically, it's an app that a lot of sneakerheads know, even people that just regularly want to get sneakers. You go on there, you put your notifications on, you know, you hope for some drops so you can get some shoes, but it actually has just made it harder to get shoes because now that's where everybody goes. So
unbelievably hard.
And then what were your thoughts on the recent scandal allegations with the sneakers app and employees and their children?
I think that kid's an idiot, first and foremost. His mom had been there, for like 20 years? Lost her job. Yes. He had like an endless pool of money, essentially, because he could just go in there and get employee discount on the shoe and then sell it for more and then be like, oh, you know, I'm helping you out because, you know, I'm taking a loss on the shoe. But in reality, he got it for like 30% off of retail, so he's really not taking it out.
None at all.
So, yeah, that kid definitely big moron.
It's crazy. And I've heard people that have worked in sneaker stores before, like get shoes a lot of times. Like, you know, you'll have shoes that come on a release date. Sometimes they won't get there on that date. So, you know, if a shoe releases on a Friday isn't there, maybe that next Wednesday, you'll get the random shipment of the shoes that came out. So I've heard several stories actually, of people, employees being in the store, seeing the shoe, and just getting as many shoes as they can right then.
Right.
And then just taking them to the car, trying to flip them. It's like, you have to think about it. Like, read the room. Like, it doesn't make sense to be an employee and think that nobody's going to catch you. Or even like in a situation like he was in, like, you know how closely tied you are to the person that does that. Like, somebody's going to catch you, especially in the day and age now where a lot of stuff is just kind of through technology and people can be tracked and stuff. Like, I don't know how he even thought that he would ever get away with that.
Well, he was an idiot because he went and bought, what was it, like $32,000 worth of Yeezys on a Nike company card? Like, why would you even, like, I guess you could say, like, cross-contaminate that? It's just, it doesn't even make sense. Like, those two brands don't mix, buddy.
That really is kind of suspicious. And I didn't even know that part of the story.
Yeah.
Sorry. But, yeah, that's crazy that he would even do that. Like I said, like, nobody would try to catch him, or nobody would just be like, what the fuck? Nike? What the fuck is this? So I know we were just kind of talking about shoes being hard to get, shoes in a drought, specifically Forces. I know I live in St. Louis, so Forces are huge here.
Gold for you guys.
Give me 2 per. So I actually was lucky enough to come up on a few pair of Forces myself. So this is actually my favorite pair right now.
Okay, those are fire.
Because everybody loves an all white pair, but just to kind of have that extra little hit of red, like the bottom's not gonna get super duper dirty because it's red.
Right.
Like the stitching is it's weird because stitching on Forces gets dirty faster than like the actual leather.
Right.
So you could clean the leather off and it'll be white, but the stitching will be just a little bit dirtier than the leather.
Yeah,
And
it looks a little dingy.
good. So this having a red stitching definitely helps as far as the looking, kind of having them look and stay clean. Classic all whites. Wore these today for Easter, so
For sure.
Was happy to be able to pull these joints out. And then one last pair, and I'm gonna have you pull out some stuff. See if you could think of or find some classic shoes.
Okay.
In the collection.
I got some in mind. I got some in mind.
And then got the good old fashioned OG mid. So just 3 little classic Forces of mine. I love to just be able to throw those on with anything. So what classics you got around your area, my man?
So I'll pull out my first ever pair of Air Forces I bought. Again, a little tie-in with Travis Scott, his Forces that he dropped. Man. My buddy actually texted me. He's like, hey, don't forget about the drop on sneakers. And I filled in late because you know how with those drops, they give you like 10 minutes or whatever. I filled in late. I had like 3 minutes. And I was like, I'm not going to hit on this. Sure enough, I hop in the shower, get ready for work, and I come in and I have a bank notification from Nike. I'm like, yes, let's go. And I just wore these not too long ago. So first ever Air Force I've ever owned. I love the quality and the comfort of it. So definitely have to get some more Air Forces. This is probably to me, this is probably one of the greatest Air Maxes ever. The Safari Pack.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the different animal prints that we got in it, from the cheetah, the tiger, the zebra, and everything. Just love it. This is probably one of my favorite shoes. I like wearing it because it just pretty much goes with anything with all the different colors and tones that it has. Sure. And then these.
And he got the Lakers shorts too.
Classic right here. And I'm scared to wear these, so it might be a little bit before I wear these, but the Beethovens, because with these, if they get wet, they turn like a pink, like wine color. So I'm gonna have to wait for the perfect day to wear these because I am kind of nervous.
Is that on purpose that they do that?
No, it's because of the glue. It's a defect from the glue. So if you actually look right here, it's already got a little bit of a reddish, pink tint to it. So yeah, definitely gonna have to save these for a dry special occasion.
Those are Kobe 9s?
Yep, Kobe 9 Beethovens.
So I remember the Kobe 9 highs. I think I got a pair of those at SneakerCon Chicago. I got those, and then I got the LeBron ones from that pack too. And they were the high ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually wore those to hoop in a few times. Oh, amazing. So awkward because they're so high, but it was still super dope shoe. It was one of them shoes where people will look at me with them on and kind of be like, all right, you better be able to hoop. And I was able to hoop, and they were like, all right, you cool. You can wear those.
Yeah, because it was kind of almost like a boot. Because that was his first really high top shoe. Because it was right after he tore his Achilles, so he went and made it higher for his Achilles protection. But those are really crazy. There was a lot of nice colorways that came out with the Kobe 9 highs, especially the what does, because it was all a white shoe with the bright, vibrant colors the greens, yellows, and oranges and stuff. So for sure.
Those bright colors, I've been hearing a lot of. It's I hear a lot of people kind of on the fence about them. It's either you really like the bright colors and you can rock with them because you can rock with a lot of stuff,
right?
Or it's nah, I ain't messing with all them colors. That's too much. It's man, get over yourself. It's colors.
Right.
Shoot, what does that mean? Shoot, if you really if you know about yourself, then you know should nobody trip off on no colors that you wear.
For sure.
So the last little shoe that I want to show is one of my latest pickups. I actually was in the store to pick up these bad boys.
Oh, I love Crocs. You know, I love my Crocs.
Boys. So I
Croc
got gibbets in the mail waiting on those to come. But there was a line outside of the store, and this is one of the things that we were just talking about as far as sneakers and stories and just kind of those random times that make the sneakers even more better. I'm in the line, and I'm thinking it's just a lot of people in there because of COVID. So, you know, you can't have a certain amount of people in the store.
Right.
And I get to the front of the line, and I'm like, did anything release today? She was like, no, but we got a restock on some dunks. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. So I'm not tripping. I'm trying to play it cool. I'm like, I'm here for some Crocs. So she like, all right, well, you can go in there. Nobody tripping. I was like, all right then. So I go in. I'm looking around. I finally get my Crocs, whatever. I get in line. And I hear the guy in front of me just is like, do y'all have anything in a 10, a 10 and a half, or a 13? I was like, whoa, what? Like, those are very
extendo foot
numbers, right? Like, what does that mean? So the dude runs back from the counter, goes in the thing, and grabs 3 pairs of shoes for him and brings them up. And it's like, this is what we got. And he's like, all right, I get all 3 of them. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, we're doing that? Like, we just, like, does that not make sense to you?
That's atrocious.
But with the 13, the guy was like, do you want this? And the dude was like, man, I don't know. And the guy behind the counter got me because he was like, come on, man, I don't do resellers. Like, if you gonna get it, get it. If not, I'm finna take it back and give it to somebody who really want it. He was like, I'm gonna get it. And then the dude was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to my brother. And the dude behind the counter was like, yeah, that's what's up. You a real one for that. But anyway, I get up to the counter and I'm like, hey, look, I don't really have nothing in mind that I want. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to resell, but I know I couldn't get them if they dropped. So I was like, do you got anything in the 12 or 13? He's like, let me go look for you, bro. Went back, cool dude. I wish I knew the dude's name. He was hella cool. Went back, came back with 2 pairs. He's like, I got 11 and 11 and a half. And I was like, so I was able to actually get the 11 and a half. I was gonna sell it.
Okay, the UNLVs.
I was gonna sell it, but I'm gonna actually make this work. I love how this shoe looks. I'm gonna actually do a YouTube video on this and do a how to style video on it. Cause I was throwing together a couple outfits, and these joints looking nice. So
they're the UNLVs, but we'll just dub them the Ohio States, right?
Hey, I call them the Ohio States. So
I'm not gonna
lie. Go OHIO.
Absolutely.
So I saw these and I literally was like Ohio States. And then people was like the UNLVs, and I was like, no, but the Ohio States. So
tomato.
You said what?
I said tomato. About the same thing, right?
Hey, you know, same thing in my eyes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to finish out. You got a couple, any like 1 or 2 other shoes you want to pull out real quick?
I'm gonna pull out a pair of Crocs since you pull out a pair of Crocs, and then I'm gonna pull up something a little bit more rare that I just picked up.
Oh yeah, I'm more excited for the Crocs, but yeah, let's see the rarity too. I see some stuff in them bins back there. I know what those are. We're gonna have to talk about those later. I like that. I can't wait to get my gibbets in the mail. I got some.
I'm excited. I need to get some for my Crocs too.
Man, I seen some in the store, and they were just kind of like some generic like Croc ones. And then I went on Amazon, and Amazon, the prices and the selection. I got like
30 for like $2.
Man, I got 50 for 20, and I was like, that's still kind of a lot, but the ones that I seen in the store, it's like 6 of them for $14.99.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, bro, I'll do the 50 for 20.
All right, I'll go with the Crocs first since we were talking about the Crocs right now. So, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Bad Bunny, but he's a pretty big Latino rap artist. I love his music.
Oh, That's cool. So are those Bad Bunny Crocs or are they just gibbets?
No, Bad Bunny Crocs. Like these are a collab that he did with them, and it comes with all like the little gibbets too.
So can you
So
take
these
them
are,
off?
yeah, you could take them off, put them on other Crocs and stuff. But these are cool because they glow in the dark.
All the Crocs do, or just the
Yeah,
gibbets?
the Crocs and the gibbets.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, so what makes them Bad Bunny Crocs? They just look like white Crocs to me, but they actually
Yeah,
glow
they
in the
got
dark.
the little Bad Bunny right here, and then they got his logo back here as well too, on the
Oh,
little ring. So
wow. That's crazy, yo. So they got actually bad. They making collabs with Crocs. That's
yeah, they
wow.
got Justin Bieber Crocs too, Post Malone, which they did a couple of them already. So like I said, I really love Bad Bunny, so it was cool to get these, and it's a really comfortable shoe that I pretty much wear all the time. I got like 7 pairs of Crocs.
For sure.
But these, it doesn't happen often to where somebody pulls something out of a box and I don't know what it is. So when that happens and it's my size, I have to get it. These are KLs.
Oh my gosh. Those are whoo. And those Kobe's too, right?
Yeah. So again, it's I like Kobe's a lot. And like I said, it doesn't happen often where somebody pulls something out and I don't know what it is. So I was at my local shop and I'm just talking with the dude, like asking him what he's gotten in. And he slides me this Kobe box and I'm like, all right, whatever. It's probably like just some new release. And he goes, check those out. Open the box. I'm like, what are these? And he goes, well, try to find them on the internet. And I'm like, looking, can't find anything. I found one eBay listing for $3,000. And that's all I found, like nothing else. I'm looking on StockX, can't find them. Looking them on Goat, can't find them. So I'm trying to do research. I asked like the guys that I've known that have been in it in a while, and they're like, no idea. So I asked the dude, I'm like, what's the story behind these? And he goes, well, he's like, it's a PE for a couple coaching staffs. Certain coaching staffs got them, and then one of the local universities here, their coaching staff got them. So I guess the dude's like a big sneakerhead, but he's a 10.5, and those are a 10, and the Kobe 5s run a little bit more snug. So I guess he took them into the shop and they traded them for whatever. So what actually ended up happening was I ended up trading that 7Y UNC and a pair of Mocha 1s for those. And I was like, I don't even care. Like, perfect. So that's a come up for me because, like I said, that's not something that you're going to see a lot of. I've only seen actually like one other person that had them in a sneaker group and then just the eBay listing. So it's kind of more of the rarity thing for me. And it's just a really cool color with like the pinks and the purples and then the color splatter to the heel too. It's like a fun fetty look.
Those are crazy. Like even when you just pulled the heel up, like just a little, was it purple or navy blue?
It's like a purple, kind of like a Concord.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just
and then and that says K Yao on the back, right?
No, it's Kobe's signature.
It says Kobe. Okay.
Yeah. So then you have that through here. And I love how it just like transitions into the pink. But
the transition to the pink and then the pink liner on the inside.
Yeah.
And the laces, those is cold.
Yeah, wow. I got these like right before we were talking about doing the show, so I was really excited. I was like, I'm gonna show them on here. But you can actually see the K Yao in there. So it's definitely something special.
Any K Yao shoe is super dope, bro. Like those are crazy. But I appreciate you for coming on, man. Taking the time. Sure. Definitely would love to talk more. It's daddy time Sunday. Told him I'll give him an hour. I try to stay as tight to these hours as I can with these shows. It's getting harder and harder because I be wanting the conversation to go on so much longer. But I'm actually in the process of trying to transition to a more audio format, kind of podcast type of thing. Yeah. So hopefully if we could do something like that, we'll still have the video version for people to see, but we can just really kind of talk some more sneaker stuff and we can.
Yeah, really let me know. I'd love to. Great experience. So I'm down.
anybody that I've already talked to is already on the list to come back
For
on and
sure.
do something. So if you're definitely on the list to come on. Again, I
That's good.
appreciate you for being here. I appreciate anybody for watching. We've had a pretty solid number of people watching for this whole hour. Again, like I tell people, I do this. I started it out of boredom, but I keep doing it. I keep learning more and more things from the people that I talk to, and I learn a lot of life lessons on this show as well. So the one thing that I was kind of telling you earlier that I really want to pass on, and I hope people can kind of take this from me in a positive light, is to take the knowledge that you know and pass it on to future generations. We're only going to physically be on this earth for a very, very small amount of time. When you think about it, the world's been here hundreds of thousands of years, and the average lifespan of a human is, 60 to 70. So, anybody that really makes it past that is cake. But for the little time we are here, we definitely need to kind of cherish that time and make sure that future generations come in and are able to, continue pushing our legacies on, continue to teach their kids and their kids the stuff that we taught and learned. It's gonna suck the day that somebody plays an Earth, Wind, and Fire song and they're like, "What?"
Who's
Or
this?
like a Usher song, or like a Meg The Stallion song now, and somebody's like,
Right.
"Who's Meg The Stallion?" Like, that's gonna be like, "Yo, we're getting there." But again, man, like I said, I definitely want to thank you for coming on,
For sure.
sharing your
Thank you.
time with me, and definitely gonna have to do this again, brother.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Take it easy.
You too, man. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate y'all for the love and support. More shows coming up very, very soon. I will have another announcement for a show, probably like Wednesday or Thursday. Just waiting on a confirmation for a date. So, thank y'all again. Love and appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Love one another. Till next time. Have a good one. Peace.